Hello everybody and welcome to WNR's realistic event number 3. I am your host ALR Vintage, as we have another league break for the Easter week. We're hosting another event, so this is event number 3. So like I say, realistic car settings at Bahrain short. We've got a 100% race for you today. So yeah, plenty of DRS trains coming up. I hope everyone's well. And you see we've got a mixed grid of drivers from all 3 divisions, plus I believe a league reserve. I could be wrong, but we'll go through that in anyway. As you can see, the drivers are readying up. We must be ready to go. See, we're just giving the drivers a few minutes, but yeah, like I say, so Bahrain short, basically we're down to 10 turns. Basically stay the first sector is missing, so yeah, there's only 10 turns, 2 DRS zones, 1 back straight. So plenty DRS trains I'm thinking, but yeah, 57 laps. Should take well less than an hour for sure. It's done a practice yesterday and found, I don't know, 58 seconds per lap, I believe it was. So you see the counter's ticking down. Just waiting for the drivers to ready up. Have we got only 19 drivers, so someone's missing. Alpha Tauri's missing, a sweet MJP, I see. Yeah, no, counter's stopped, so we must be waiting. So we'll go through the teams. We'll start with the Williams. Statistically the worst car on track, so naturally they're going to have the best drivers in them, and them drivers this evening are Siege 87 and Lynx FN. Like I say, both these guys are Premier League drivers. Quick being an understatement with these two. Well, Siege obviously into his second season now. Lynx is just a new driver to the league, but made his debut last week and managed to get himself a 5th place finish. So in that division, fair play to you, sir. And in the Haas, we've got Sam Swift Ninja, Premier League driver, as we know. As we're seeing the counters ticking down. And Sloth at the top end of the championship. And Alfa Romeo, we've got Bradfield and Sean. Again, Bradfield championship driver, Sean Premier League driver. So mixing it up there. And in the racing point, we've got Dylan Menace Max, 2 League 1 drivers. And you see Pot Stuff, Premier League driver, repping on his own. And we've got Shadaz and Jake Wilson in the Reynolds. And we'll get to the quickest teams as we get in. So let's get things loaded up. So yeah, like I said, we're on a full qualifying, reduced damage tonight. So full qualifying, there you go, 19 cars on the grid. So like I say, the Renault team, we've got Shadaz and Jake Wilson. Jake Wilson, obviously, as we all know, the owner of the server of the league. And are very soon to believe League 1 driver permanently. I don't know if that's a spoiler alert, but I think I've just spoiled something there. But yeah, Jake's going to jump into League 1, so 10 bonus points for taking him out, guys. Yeah. Then further up the grid, so we've got McLaren. That's Cryptic Alibi and McKenty. Again, two championship drivers in the McLaren. As there you go, Crazy Bill's joined, so he's going to jump in that AlphaTauri. Sorry, yeah, I'm forgetting. As we're seeing my first car come out in the grid, which is a McLaren, so I'm going to say it's Cryptic. Cryptic first, there we go. We're right on board with Cryptic as they're going round. There's Jake's in. Good evening. Good evening, Jake. There we go. As I say, McBlee, this race will be very poggers. I don't understand what poggers means. If someone could fill us in with the terminology. Obviously, this Marvsky's the second car out on the lap, which brings with two actually Red Bull first. So we've got Starburst and Jonesy in the Red Bulls. And two League One drivers paying up. As you can see, that higher order you get up the grid for engine performance, as Cryptic one's very wide there, the higher division the drivers are in, the lower division drivers are in, and so that leaves the Ferrari, which I believed at one time was the second best car on the grid. How wrong I was shown to be. So tonight we've got two championship drivers in Jake the Slayer and Marvsky. And as you can see, that last but by no means least is the Mercedes team of Scorper and Swanshanks. Then two League One drivers. You might think they're the slowest, but they certainly mightn't be the fastest pace wise over a single lap, but over the course of a full race, consistent off the pair of them all the time. Haven't had the best first half of the season, but certainly looking to kick on. So yeah, we'll jump on board with Cryptic. As I've had nothing up, guys, I do apologise. As we see Starburst coming out in Q1 on the mediums. So Cryptic, there you go, sets the first lap of a minute, 3 seconds. As we just see, oh, he must have invalidated. So is that Ferrari of Marvsky? Is he going to get the first time? Yes, he does. There you go, 59 seconds. So first 59.6, so straight away coming in under a minute. Let's see, is that Siege? Yes, it is. Or Siege goes second. And the slowest car of a 59.8. Quickly get Jordan. It wasn't Jonesy. Yellow car, Jake Wilson. He's going to put his first time in. Where does Jake go? Jake, there you go. Jake puts a P1 in the Renault, 59.1. So straight away, sub 1 minute times. Straight from the off. Is that score about to be next? What time we're looking at in the best performance car? 59.0, as you might expect. There's the Renault of Cryptic. There's a 69.2. Sam Swift there doing a slow 108. He wants to be careful, there's a car coming out. You see Dylan, just missed Dylan, go second with a 59.0. See another, is that Marvsky coming into the pits? It certainly is. That Siege coming into the pits. Maybe on a... Oh, he could be going again. He certainly is. And the slowest Siege there with a 59.7. Just improves on his time. Oh, tried to get the pot stuff, but there you go. 59.1. There you go, 59 seconds. Hopefully by Q3 we're at the high 57s. That'll be a push. Maybe he's asking a bit much, but I'm definitely expecting it to go into 58 by Q3. So quick look in the comments. There's Chazza. Hello Vintage, me fellow Northern man. That's right. For those who don't know, I am from the northeast of England. A little beach town at the coast the coast of the Tyne, as we know. the River Tyne, famous with Newcastle. But yeah, Chazard lives just down there, A19. As we have a look, just looking through now, we've got the second lot of drivers coming out on the outlaps. So I think Shadders is going to be first. No, he's not. Is that Bradfield? So yeah, we're right on board with Jake Bradfield and his Alfa Romero. I do apologise. Looks like he's going to be next to set a lap. Sloth's just started a lap. Where can Bradfield go? Oh, he's invalidated. So is that a Haas next? Is that Sam Swift going again? Again, he's 10 seconds down, so it looks like Sam's having a bit of an unconventional start. Got Haywire saying morning. Oh, morning Haywire. Oh, you must be on the other side of the world to me, mate. Where I am, we're just entering evening. Well, Formula Moments, obviously we know it's Jake the Slayer saying yo, and young Tommy, what's up lads? Well, yo, Formula Moments, and all good Tommy. Had myself a nice day off work today. Enjoyed a drive out in the countryside. As we're seeing times go in there. I missed it, so next to Starburst. The 59.4. Just seen Links there go 59. With Bradfield putting a time in as well. Just putting times on the board. Probably just trying to navigate what is now turns 3 and 4. 3, 4 and 5, where drivers will be so used to heading straight up that second ARS, and it's not happening. As we're seeing, jump on board with McKenty. Still just under 10 minutes on my clock, so it's going to be around 10 minutes left. We'll give it a bad angle though. Yeah, I like how he kept that car right to the left. As you can see, all the rubber there, so you know that's where the drivers are going. So McKenty's just done his two straights, and now he's coming up the hill to this killer curve, which is now turn 7 as opposed to turn 12. Navigates that fine. Slows it right down to go up that back straight. He's getting some slipstream there off the pink Mercedes. Not quite sure who it is, but he's right up the gearbox now. That's got to have added a bit of time. This is looking alright from McKenty. Little glitchy there, but yeah, puts it 6 with a 59.3. See our car there. Shadows coming into the pits, yeah. Is that Starburst? No, that's Jonesy on his outlap. Validated that. Yeah, we've got drivers just on the outlaps now. Because it's such a short track, I wouldn't imagine there'd be too much tyre wear, so you could get 2, 3, 4 laps on this set of tyres and look to not to waste them. This is the yellow flag for McKenty, so looks like he's out of fuel, as it's just going to follow him yellow. Again there, this is where road drivers so used to taking off straight ahead. I've got to navigate that turn, and you do lose some traction, and you can gain a bit of time by keeping it nice and tucked in. There you go, navigate that turn. You're onto your second DRS, so you're out wide right, turning it left to go up the hill, missing the curbs. Let's see, Jonesy looked like he took that wide, but excuse me. Ooh, just kept the car on there. Very close, that back tyre coming off. Good stuff. Yeah, it is good stuff, mate. Always enjoy a day off, Tommy. Just fourth asking, can I join now, mate? Crazy Bill got the last seat. So he's going to start at the... So we've got a full 20 now, I'm afraid, mate. So Crazy Bill's going to start dead last. As you see, Pierre Gasly pop up at the end of qualifying. So yeah, missed the tyre. You've obviously seen Jonesy come across the line with a 59.849, but it looks like he's going again. Obviously 3 very short sectors, so we'll have a look at his time. Give Jonesy a bit of tea. There you go, half a second up. So that's going to look for 59.3. That's going to put him just ahead of McKenty in 6th place. So he's kept it on nice there. Has he lost any time? There you go. Up to P6, just above McKenty. Well done, mate. Jonesy, as everyone knows, had a slight accident with his ankle, and he had to pull out of the race the last minute. I'll not get into the details because he was so nice enough to tell her what happened, and it is a funny story that he's going to have a good chuckle about with his grandkids when he's older. I'm looking, Swanshanks is on a lap, still to set a time. Car number 45 there. Sweeping right. Where's Swanshanks going to put this? And oh, very bad lap. So Jake the Slayer still in the pits. Still got 5.5 minutes by my clock. Drivers now either higher up. You've got to think are just getting some practice in. As Jake, yep, Jake's just completely took that corner. That'll be wise in dropping down. Is great navigation. We'll get off him then. Who's next is that? Cryptic coming up the back straight. Who's invalidated. Obviously you can see the times here. 5th. Oh, Menace Max we've missed. Has gone the first driver into the 58s with a 58.9. So yeah, you've got a very it's looking highly unlikely of him losing another second at that time, but we'll never know. We'll see. We'll check with the pace. Obviously I would have assumed we'd done it equal performance, but again, like we say, it's realistic performance settings. So Mercedes, where you'd expect there. So we'll have a look with Sam. He's a driver needing to improve. Where's Sam now? He's coming up into sector 3. Half a second down on his time. So he's into the 59s. So this is obviously better from Sam. 1 lap old tyres, so he's just come out on the same set. Is he going to cross the line? There you go. Moves him up to 14. Safe for now as Jake Wilson retires. But it's so close, these drivers down below. Swanshanks next. Where's he? He's coming around the last corner. Swanshanks has got to put in a decent time here. There we go. There we go. 59.124. As you'd expect, Mercedes higher up. Oh, as I'm missing. Fourth, Bill's in spectator mode. I think he's waiting till the end of the qualifying so he doesn't glitch. I really don't know. But I'm sure Jake will let you know. He's retired from the session. I'm sure he's got a minute or two to invite you. I don't know what's happening, to be fair, mate. As we Ryder jump on board with his teammate. Shadders is down on his time, so he's going nowhere. Haas is coming in. Is that Jake the Slayer at the bottom? Yep, just got on Jake the Slayer, second too late. Puts in a decent time there, 59.3. As you can see, for Q1, only 1 driver going at the 58, as you'd expect. 1 driver we know who can improve and has to improve. Even though he's invalidated his lap, he's down on his time a touch. go, fourth. If you want to, if Jake sent you an invite, you jump in and first come, first served. There you go, Bradfield navigates that turn 4 nice and easy there. We've got yellow flags with cars either going wide or running out of fuel. Hope we've got enough pace to get out of the way, so coming now. Coming around turn 7. Yeah, 2 wheels off, and 4 wheels on. That's fine. There you go, 0.4 down. So he's looking at a 59.5, 59.6 around that time. His guys are retiring in the pits, so long as he keeps it on track. Ooh, half a wheel. Half a back wheel stayed on. Well, mate. Well done, mate. There you go. Takes him up to P12 with a 59.5. I'm getting good at this. There we go. As I say, fourth jumped in the seat. He's going to come out and set a time, but I believe you are going to start dead last, mate. But fourth we know very well as a fast driver. So maybe you put a time in to show the way. So we've got 3 cars going down this back straight, going very slowly. But just being very respectful. Car 93 is shown there. You see the Ferrari. So we'll jump on board with fourth then, as he's on his lap. Obviously there's going to be a time delay. We'll find out roughly. Well, he didn't gain time there, so it's give him a chance. Well, that's in a sector 3 time of 1:34, so can he get across this line before the timer finishes? He's going to do it, because there's going to be a time delay. Also, let's see, right on board with fourth. The checkered flags still haven't come out yet. This Crazy Bill's left the session. As fourth makes his way up the hill. Keeps it well away from the curb, touches the white line. Didn't see if he touched it though. There we go, nice and easy. And keeps 4 wheels on the track coming out of that turn. Puts in a purple sector 1. Sorry, a purple sector 2. There's my front doorbell's just gone. Comes on the final corner. DRS is open. Crosses the line. P9. So Cryptic says McLaren sucks. So we'll quickly jump on, see who's going to be next. So Sam Swift needs to get a good time. Can only take it to 17. Cryptic next. Can he get out? Yeah, Cryptic gets it up to 8th. As we've seen the checker flags come in now, and I think that's it. I think that is qualifying done. So then, I think you're going to have 6 drivers going out in this session. Fourth, who there we can see is in 10th. Because he's joined late, it may take him out and start him last. As Cryptic says, McLaren sucks. 0, 0, 0 arrow, 0 straight line. We'll quickly jump down there. So Bradfield there going out in 16th, Marvsky in the Ferrari, 17th, Sam Swift in the Haas, 18th, Sloth in the Haas, 19th, and Sean in the Alfa Romeo in 20th, and we'll have to wait and see about 4th. But again, Lynx and Siege putting the worst cars through to Q2. Could consider that a bit of an upset. considering the drivers going out below him are Premier League drivers as well, but obviously well done to them guys. Jake Wilson says McKenty's doing good, he's ahead of Sharaz. Good spot. We noticed from McKenty's last few races that hasn't gone well for him, so maybe he's an event to give him no pressure going into it. You know, it takes a bit of pressure off your shoulders, and like we say, a nice short pre-1 minute track. Absolutely. Confidence does amazing things. Cryptic, at least we see a Racing Point win. Well, as I didn't get to, you would have noticed Menace Max in the Racing Point, the League One driver, his own Racing Point. So we'll jump onto fitteds. So, as I see a car, well, that's Jonesy, but I think he's got a Williams in front of him. Nope, he's got Menace Max's teammate Dylan, who is in the other Racing Point, the back end little slidey there as he comes out of the turn 4. So yeah, obviously your turn 1, you know how dangerous that is, but you obviously turn 4 is going to be your other dangerous turn, which is a lot like the tight left-hander, which would have been turn 10, and then obviously turn 7, which is your turn 11 or 12 in a normal GP. There are your 3 corners to watch for me. And then we've got Jeffsy. No DT Bevs, no view from me, bye. Oh, that's a shame, mate. We do enjoy your company. Formula 1 says yes, for some reason. League 1 drivers got this easy. Menace still in of a chance. Have Champ Pace and RP will be getting to a close battle. Well, that was a discussion we had the other day, wasn't it, about the pace of the leagues now. With the exception of the top 4 or 5 in the Premier League, who we know are super fast and are in a league of their own, and maybe it's the lower end or the newer guys of League 1 who are still learning the ins and outs of league racing. You know, from mid-table, let's say in the Premier League, through Championship and mid-table into the League 1, the pace is getting so close, in my opinion. So it's obviously got to do with a lot of time these guys have been putting in. As I was saying, Dylan put the first time in over 1014. That was not very good from him. So it's not Siege, it was Lynx, his teammate. There we go in the Williams, who puts it ahead of Jonesy, but Jonesy's on the mediums. He's going out on the mediums first. Quickly, is that Sharaz next across the line? It certainly is, and he's going to 104, bad lap from him. And there's it. McKenty going past Sharaz there. So that's going to be Siege next, but Siege is only on his out lap. So is that Swanshanks, who he's just put a purple sector 2 in on his mediums in the best car on the grid. Best team on the grid, but only puts it second with a 59.8. So Lynx on the, he's on this in the worst car, he's on the softs, and suddenly, currently sits in P1. As we've got, is that Sharaz? No, it's not. It'll be Jake Wilson next. He's about to set his time as he came past the Red Bull, which is going into the pits. Jake Wilson with his first time of 1:06 on the soft tyres. So obviously it's looking to me like the guys are just putting in times on the scrub tyres off the last quali session. Maybe he's keeping it on normal revs or even lean to make sure. As we can see, Sharaz 104. That tells me there's old tyres and lean mode. So this is just a first. This first half of qualifying is just a little practice session. We've got a nice view of the McLaren there through the rear wing of Sharaz. We'll have a look at Sharaz's second time. Has he turned up the pace? There's a yellow flag for the Mercedes, which will be just getting out the way, and Shadas has given up if he was. There we go, yellow flag. Mercedes into the pits. Anyone else on a lap? McKenty's on a lap. Is he coming out, or is he just going back in? There you go. So the guys, it just looks like they're just coming out. Bit of practice. But of course, there you go. McKenty 1 lap, all tyres. See it yourself. Shada 2 lap. Jake Wilson 3 lap, all tyres. So I'll quickly jump back into the comments. We're right on board with the boss. As he says, 6/10 between 2nd and 20th. There you go. So I mean, you sub 1 minute times. Yeah, 58 seconds and a little bit of change between every driver, really, with the exception of Menace Max, who was the only driver to go into the 58s, I believe, which Scorpa has done. I've missed that. So we've got Scorpa and Starburst. Starburst now back into the pits. We'll go Scorpa. So we jump on board with Siege, who you can see on the mediums has put in a purple sector 1. So we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. There's Siege. Takes it nice and wide, getting it tucked right in. Oh, nice. Only hits the white line. Little bit of vibration. Goes a little wide coming out of that turn. We've seen other drivers stay 4 wheels on, but there you go. Siege utilising all of his space, bringing it round the last turn. His DRS will open up. And Siege goes P6 with a 1 minute. There you go. So I mean, 1 minute point 3, as we say, Jake Wilson getting plenty of practice in, 5 laps. Make sure you don't run out of time and set a better 1 minute. We'll jump on board with Pot Stuff. He's going to set a time as he comes to the last corner. As we see, McKenty's just started his lap. So Pot Stuff, P2 with a 59.2. So the driver is now starting to come and put more competitive times in. Oh, there you go. That's how it's so easy to lose it out of that corner. It's crazy. So that Siege, it seems put 0 laps in, is heading into the pits. Jonesy in the Red Bull. Is he any better? No, he's 1.7 down. See, Jake Wilson's heading into the pits. Shadas. Again with a 104. As you see there, McKenty's jumped up to a 59.338. That's Dylan on an out lap. Pot Stuff on an in lap. He's going again. Jake the Slayer is just about to start his lap. So is that Starbust? No. Jonesy. There you go. It's so quickly getting around this track. 57 laps. It's going to be over in about 50 minutes. 52 minutes. Qualifying is going to take longer than the race. Quick. You see there, Jonesy still going. Oh, he's a 10th down. 2 tenths down, that's a shame. So, trying to get the Shadows, but he's jumping up on the mediums to 1 minute 1. Cryptic's in the pits. McKenty in lap. Or does he keep going for it? No, he's on an in lap. So that'll be Dylan. Quickly jump on board with Dylan as he comes on the last corner. Dylan on the mediums. It's in a 59.6. There you go. As you can see, very respectable times. So trying to get on board with Jake the Slayer. Look, oh, who's invalidated. So jump on board with Shaddaz. Looks like we've got a yellow flag for Jonesy, who has invalidated. Sorry, he is not invalidated. He's run out of fuel. Shaddaz there goes a 10th. 10th in his bit quicker. Again, Menace Max coming up the back straight, as we see, he's put a purple sector 2 in as he overtakes his teammate, or he gets out, his teammate gets out his way. Menace Max starting on the softs by the looks of it. There you go, puts in a 58.766. Two drivers now, so we're getting a little bit of track evolution, even though it's entering the evening. So, I mean, the times are getting a little bit quicker. That's actually something I've never thought about. Track evolution when it's a night time. I know it's obvious it's going to be slower, but especially in the desert, it gets so cold on a night time. Have a quick look going on. Very quiet on track. Just a couple of cars. We've got Menace Max, who's is just getting out of the way for the Renault, and then it's going to be Jake Wilson, so we'll jump on board with him. There you go, fresh shafts, looking to put a time in. Go, improves by a half, well done. A 59.722. I've seen cars coming into the pits as that Swanshanks on his outlap. As I see, Jake just completely missing out turn 1. As Jonesy's on an outlap, we'll ride on board with Swanshanks. He's red, white and purple. There's a fellow Welshman wearing red, white and blue. Go along the second DRS. About to turn left up that hill. Down into 4th. Up a couple of gears for 6th. Up again to 7th as he comes around turn 7. Slows it down to 4th as he comes through 8. Cuts the first, well, half the track as Menace Max retires from the session. Siege is retired from the session. Swanshanks takes it right out left to sweep it in. Keeps it off the rumble strip. Swanshanks is going to be, provision P1, a second quicker. There you go. That's a better qualifying lap from Swanshanks. I know he's in the better car, the best car on track, but we're going to miss. That's a very good lap from him. So Jonesy now in provisionally the second best car on track. As he's coming up the back straight now, as Swanshanks must have really underfueled the car. Unless he's just causing yellow flags. Looks like he's just causing yellow flags. Jonesy, can he improve on his time? Yes, he can. Goes to P4, 7/10 quicker. 7.70. Well done, mate. Yeah, Swanshanks is getting out the way. That'll be for Cryptic Alibi. He's just put in a purple sector 2. And show him where as he comes on the last corner. Where can Cryptic put this McLaren? And Cryptic goes P5 with a 59.181. Great effort there from Cryptic. You see Lynx Looks like he's just started his lap, so we'll stay on board. Or is the no, we'll jump on board with Shadaz. He's just ahead of him. As Jake Wilson is retired and Siege is retired, and there we go. Fourth is starting at the back. Shadaz needs a good lap here to get himself into Q3. Jake the Slayer's about to... No, qualifying's over. Jake the Slayer's out of Q2. The other Ferrari's out as Shadaz puts in a purple sector 2. We don't know how true this is, but it's got to be on for a quick time. Shadaz, can he get out of Q2? Yes, he can. Well done. Lynx. Oh, Lynx did move up to P4 in the Williams. Well done. I was just wondering if he was going to get any more performance out of it, and as you can clearly see, he has. So all the drivers in your top 10 are going to be starting on the softs. Jake Wilson and Siege refusing to go to softs, so they want to start on mediums, so they're going to be out in Q2. Fourth, who should have been into Q2, joined late, so it did remove him from the session, and he'll start at the bottom. Jake the Slayer again tried on the mediums, but didn't want to go to Q3 on the softs, because no disrespect, you would expect the Ferrari on softs would finish about 7th, 8th, 9th or 10th. So rather start 12th on fresh tyres and starburst in the Red Bull. Would that be a surprise? Because we know starburst, not starburst. Starbust in the Red Bull. Would you expect them in there? But yeah, there you've got to tip your hat to Lynx and the Williams P5 there. Very well done. As 2 seconds while I grab a drink while the next qualifying session begins. Right, here we go, Q3. Yeah, I've got to say, sorry, I was on board with the first guy on track, wasn't it? So, any shocks for this one? I'll quickly jump in as we ride on board with McKenty, who's going to be first to set a lap. Need to catch up with the comments. Captain Infinity's joined with who is DT Bevs and why so popular? Well, ask Jeffsy the next time DT Bevs will be driving, because he's bound to be here. He's no one says cryptic. Nah, he's a driver for the championship and Ferrari, but he's a good driver. He likes 5-6 people who come to watch him every week. Definitely has a eye. Yeah, there you go. Cryptic, there we go. Who are the many people I see rooting for them? He does get a few. As we see, McKenty's just going to set the first timing for this session. 59.0. Very respectable time there. Just on the cusp of that 58. So Sharaz is going to be next. Can he go P1? Nope. P2 with a 59.2. We've got a purple last sector. As we see, Dylan's gone first with a 58.9. Well done. There we go. 58 second times are coming in now. Links with a 59.7. I think you've got to expect that was just a normal lap from him. Let's go Menace Max. Put his first time on the board. Right behind his teammate with a 58.9. 5 hundredths. 49 hundredths behind his teammate. That is unbelievably close. Well done them guys. That just shows you how tight the battles are in the divisions. To see how a driver's performing within that league. And I'm just trying to pot stuff will be next to set a time. Or it might be Lynx. Lynx is going to look to improve. Nope, he's coming in. Look, there's Menace Max. Is he going to come in? So yeah, I mean, Dylan and Menace Max, obviously League One rivals, teaming up together the day. Both at the top end, as yeah, Menace Max comes into the pits also. You know, then you've got the likes of Scorpio and Swanshanks. They might be in the best performance car, as Scorpio goes really wide. But if you compare him with his teammate, it'll show you just how close them two drivers are in the division. His pot stuff is going to set that time of a 59.2 to put him P4. It's a shame his teammate can't be here today. Sweet MJP, because I know them two drive together. As we see Swanshanks is on his out lap. Sport are there on the number 2. Is that Jonesy on a lap? He certainly is. We'll quickly jump on board with pot stuff just in case he's on a lap, but he's a hundredths down. So depending on how he feels in this last corner. Nope, he's pulled right out one side to let Jonesy pass. Also Jonesy's taking his Red Bull round the last corner. Can he keep it on track? He certainly does, and his DRS is about to open right now. There we go. Second best performing car, 59.8. It's alright from Jonesy. There we go, as we see Scorpio puts in a 58.8. Time's getting a little bit quicker. Second between, so I feel there's more to come from Jonesy. That's why I sounded a little disappointed. So I think Lynx could get a little bit better performance out of the car as we're halfway through this last qualifying session. As we see Sharaz, was that Sharaz coming out for his? Yes it is, Sharaz coming out for his next stint. We'll jump on board with Swanshanks, who's invalidated, so he's getting out Jonesy's way now. There we go. Jonesy's is a 10th. Is a 10th down. So he's a 10th up. So he's looking to at least overtake Lynx. Oh, he's run out of fuel, so he's coming at the pit. So see, is that Swanshanks going to? No. So he's about to start his lap. So we're right on board with Swanshanks. Why it waits till he goes right out of view. He puts one a bad one. So much better to get it. Let's go right on board. Why it jumped was to the Red Bull there. Sunshine's coming around, there we go, takes it, ooh, so lucky it's not invalidated, it gets it really wide left, touch the curb. Now this is the curb you stay away from, which he does. Go over halfway this curb, but keep it on the track there, which a lot of drivers have been doing. Swanshanks puts in a purple sector 2. Opens it up, puts his foot to the floor. His DRS opens up. There we go, P1 from Swanshanks with a 58.7. Very good lap from him. Jumps straight to Shadas. Oh, he's invalidated. So yeah, 4 minutes left on my screen. Driver's just quite casually sitting in the pits. Is Shadas coming in, or is he going to go again? He's got no fuel light flashing, so... There we go, he's gone again, so we're right on board with Shadas. So he's gone a little deep there, but at that corner it doesn't matter. It's this corner you need to be taking it wide, and then that's it, sweep it right round. Keeping it left, moving it all the way to the right as the DRS opens. Shadas only puts his wheel on the strip. Didn't nowhere near go as wide as Swanshanks did. And a little wide, when he's backed out. So he didn't like that turn. He did look a bit wide there, turn 7, as he's coming up that hill. So his fuel light's flashing. I'm going to assume he's just going to enter into the pits. Quickly get a bit of fuel in. If he's got a different set, he'll change them. I haven't put the detail on. See, he's only done a lap, so maybe he can go again. Score on and out lap. He's just starting a lap because he wants to beat his teammate. So here we'll go again. Just an example. Having the drivers in the same league, in the same team. I know the teammates, but it's a good opportunity to see how good they are, and it gives you an idea how close the division is. Your top 4 obviously are League 1 drivers, all within a 10th, and even the driver, and I knew it, there we go, I knew he had it in him. Well done, Jonesy. Puts it P3 in the Red Bull. So there we go, so the top 5 now, all League 1 drivers. The times are so close. So Swanshanks' Scorp has just started his lap. So Cryptic starting a lap. There's the Alpha Tauri, so Pod stuff's going to start a lap. Oh, excuse me. So Dylan. Sorry, Menace Max. I think he's getting ready to go now, yes, 1:30, so he's going to start a lap. Is Jonesy going again, or is he just coming in? No, Jonesy's going again. We've got Dylan next, is he on? Oh, he looks like he's steady. He's pushing it. As the DRS opens up, Dylan goes P2, splits the Mercedes with the pink one, with a 58.721. That's a brilliant lap, mate. We'll see, is that Link? That's Link's coming round again. Who's 4/10 up, so he's looking at a 59.3. Does he go to a 59.2? We'll see Cryptic again, neck and neck with his teammate, a 10th, half a 10th in it. Well, again, 2 championship drivers, his teammates. There's pot stuff. Says, nah, Premier League drivers getting in on that. But Menace Max has just jumped up to P3, overtaking Swanshanks. So these, oh, this is brilliant to see. Is Dylan gone again? As we see, the checkered flags now came out for Scorpa. So who's that? Cryptic. So McKenty, can he improve? As Jonesy's retired. No, he can't. McKenty gets the checkered flag. Lynx is done. He's going to start P10. With who's next? Swanshanks. Is he in? Swanshanks can go. Does not improve. 400th down. See Pot Stuff, can he get any better? No, Pot Stuff, half a second down, so he stays P5. Shaddaz is coming around the last corner now. Can he improve on his time? Yes, he does, by a tenth and a half. Jumps above Cryptic into P8, splits the two McLarens. So you have, oh, look at this, a Mercedes, Racing Point, Mercedes as your front two row. So the grid, and you've got Pot Stuff and his sister, Car Jonesy, on row 3. Row 4, you've got McKenty and Shaddaz. Row 5, Cryptic and Lynx. So there you go, there's your top 10. We're just waiting for the timer to tick down. There we go. Quick look in the comments. Jonesy in Q3 by young Tommy. Yeah, great times. I'm having a Mercedes next time, says Jake. Yeah, well, the worse you do, the better your car will get, I suppose, being the boss. Reynolds, fine. Yeah, they're a solid car, aren't they? The Reynolds. Jake Wilson. Lynx, absolutely incredible. Yeah, I mean, I might be even selling the guy short. You know, the guys who really know, you'll know that what he's done with that car, putting it P10. Very, like I say, I tip me hat of him. Let's see, Cryptic 9, Shaddaz 8, McKenty 7th, Jonesy in 6th, Pot Stuff in 5th. Then you've got the 4 Mercedes, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'll grab a quick drink. Yeah, so as the guys are just getting their strategies ready, the guy who's going to do a 1-stop, who's going to do a 2-stop. So it's a soft, hard was one of the options I got, and also a soft medium, or a soft medium soft, or a medium soft soft. So I know it's sub 1 minute tracks, but I think strategies are going to come into play, excuse me. As you see, Scorpio gets them underway on the formation lap, and it's not letting us change camera. There we go. Oh, so there we go. Predicted strategy for this one is a soft medium or a soft hard. So I wonder if that's just scope. I'm so good at tyre weight and I'm not. Can we see anyone else's projected strategy come up? Will you show anything for the Jake Wilson strategy? Quickly get your details up. Go tyres, I can already see there that we've got a couple of drivers, Jake Wilson, Siege and Bradfield, doing the hard, starting on the hards, so they're looking at the potential of staying out under any safety cars and going a hard soft. That's definitely an option. Good to see what happens if there is safety cars early on, but as you can see, your top 10 are all on softs, along with Marvsky in 16th and Sean in 19th. And that'll leave the other 5 drivers of Starbust, Jake the Slayer, Sam, both the Hasses of Sam Swift and Sloth. And 4th, as we can see, right at the back on mediums. But don't be surprised to see 4th within the first 10 laps. to get right into the midfield. So as you can see, they're all loading up. So here we go then. 57 laps of Bahrain short. Our version of the Shakya Grand Prix, I presume. Here in the lights. Not as you can see, there's no revs yet. There we go. Revs coming up into first. And they're off, and everyone's looking like they're getting a good start, but was that a Williams got an even better start, as you can see, coming right down the middle of the gap as they're going into turn one. As that Swanshanks is making a move on the inside, Scorpa's still in the lead. He's all making it nice and through, and there's a McLaren of, is that Cryptic? Is he going to drop down? No, it's McKenty. He's took a knock in the first corner. And I think his teammate Cryptic went straight ahead and forgot about the turn. So it looks like both McLarens have had a nightmare start, and they have fallen right to the back as we've seen them come along the first straight of this race. We've got the same. Oh no, we haven't. Swanshanks has dropped down 7 places, but he's making these places back up. So we've got Scorpa still in the lead with Dylan, Menace Max, and Lynx has gone to 4th. Lynx has moved to 4th. There you go. Keep an eye on this guy. If he can take this Williams to a podium, there we go. And we've got Pot Stuff, he's up into 5th, so he's capitalised on, he's overtaken Jonesy, who was right, no, he hasn't overtaken Jonesy's still in 5th. Jonesy's overtaking him now, going into turn 1. Let's give him a horrible camera angle. Goes a look on board, and Pot Stuff's just backed out as Jonesy's gone too wide there. It's going to give him a bad. Oh, he's done alright. I thought he would have had a bad turn 4. We've just seen other strategies. Again, top 3 as your worst. Lynx has made positions up, but there you go. Jake the Slayer, he's moved up a few positions. In fact, we'll quickly jump onto position change. So big winners. There you go. 6 places for Lynx, 9 places for Sean. There you go. Just look how important a good start can be around a sub 1 minute track. We've already coming to the end of lap 2. It's going to be starting DRS now. So as you see, the first group of drivers have got a little extended a bit, and then we've got little clumps of drivers. As we see it, 4th is already into the pits. 4th started last and he's already into the pits. He needs a wing change and he's going to go on hards. I'm assuming he's going to try to get them till the end. 54 laps on hards. Oh, I don't know. You see already Scorpa is getting out a 1.7 second gap to the racing points, so he's starting to pull away now. This is all going to be about endurance now. I don't think these racing points need to be fighting each other. If they are, that's it. As soon as I say that, one gets to one side of the track, the other, but a little tight going round. This is going to be a good battle between these two. See, but they're extending the lead. And Lynx is already a second. And other little nice little battle we've got going on here, Jonesy and Pot Stuff. You can see these two going at it for the whole race. Remember, guys, we've got still got 53 laps of this Grand Prix to go. Don't be killing them soft tyres. Speaking of tyres, let's get it back on the tyres for you. As we'll see, Pot Stuff's already picked up a penalty. And 4th's already picked up a penalty. And McKenty's just picked up a penalty for multiple corners. So we could see a lot of penalties accumulating here. 3 drivers all early doors already getting them. We'll have a further look down the grid. Jake Wilson's made up a couple of positions on these hards. Yeah, not good starts from Starbus. Sam Swift's just keeping it steady. J. Bradfield, as you were. And two McLarens there, back up to 14th and 15th. We've obviously got a job to do. As McKenty got wing damage. McKenty has got wing damage, you know, so he's going to start struggling as soon as them tyres go off. And we don't want to go, so we'll jump on board with McKenty as we see Cryptic. He's got no wing damage. I did see an X there. Keep an eye on chat in case he lags out, although I did send 3 out. And there we go, we've got Marvsky sitting in 13th. And Sloth doing an excellent job in the Haas up into 12th. The Premier League drivers right on the tail of Jake Wilson in P11. Swanshanks is down into 10th. Keep on the DRS as Sean and look to make the overtake. So now as this is coming in, the DRS trains are now forming. And this is by lap 6. You can see, as we see, the Mercedes of Scorp is moving out ahead. He's not though. Well, 1.8. It was only 1.6, 1.7 the last time. So he's maintaining that lead to the two racing point cars, who look like they've just stopped battling for now, and they're just going to settle in. And anyone makes a mistake, they'll just get out the way and let the team move past. I would assume as Pot Stuff isn't now on the battle with Lynx. Who's going to have Jones. There you go. Jones is right on the tail of them. This is your first, although you've got Menace Max giving Dylan the DRS through, this is your first little train now, with Lynx, Pot Stuff, Jonesy and Sharaz. So these 4 drivers are just going to look to be helping each other along. As you see there, Pot Stuff made the overtake on Lynx. Right in front of him, coming into the first turn. So he's coming out of the last turn to start lap 8. It's going to be Lynx with the DRS, as you see. So Pot Stuff was the man ahead of the train. As they go into turn 1 and turn 2, Lynx is taking the lead, overtaking Pot Stuff. As it's jumped on board with Marvsky. Why has it done that? I don't know. You see there, Lynx is ahead of the train now. Pot Stuff coming right up to the inside. Lynx just looking for the switchback. Just takes it easy coming out of that turn. Or will Lynx just keep it behind him? Get the DRS off the next turn. As you can see by the map on the bottom left, the Mercedes and the 2 racing points now are really starting to put a gap out. 4.5 seconds already to Pot Stuff. I was going to say, is Pot Stuff's coming into the pits? No, as you can see, Pot Stuff just moved over. Didn't want the Lynx there. Well, Lynx is just following him into his DRS, staying right on his gearbox. Lynx is going to force Pot Stuff, as we see, cuts the corner, so that's going to be a warning. Well, again, that looked a little wide also, but there we go. Even before the DRS, he's already side by side with him. That moves Lynx up into 4th. Pot Stuff just tucks in behind. You see, he's using his ears to stay ahead of Lynx. Obviously now he's on to 16%, he's got to start saving that up. He's got to start looking to save his tyres, so... Oh, there you go. Must have turned his engine up. Gets the overtake, but is that going to give No, he got the ARS. He got the DRS, so that's going to let him pull away from Lynx this lap. So Lynx has been overtaken by Jonesy. So that was a great effort, bit of decision making there from Pot Stuff to stay behind him at the timing line and get round him. So when DRS started, he was in the lead, so he could just overtake him. Unfortunately for Lynx, has dropped him a couple of places, but he's got the DRS now on Jonesy up the second straight, so he's not out of it yet. See, all eyes are now becoming on to Lynx to see what he can do with this Williams. As you can see, Jonesy and Pot Stuff are just starting to pull away, 6/10 now ahead. Good corners here. He's going to get DRS here, but Jonesy's already going to have it as well. So is Jonesy going to make the move on Pot Stuff this time again? These are going to play. We'll go nice and easy, but no, Pot Stuff's not going to give it up. Goes deep. That corner you can go deep. As the back wheel touches the front wheel, got to get out. That's it. Tuck it in left. As we see, Swanshanks is just getting a 3-second warning for multiple 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. As Jonesy now has just pulled out a 1.2 second gap to Lynx. He's going to be under pressure now from Shadders, Jake the Slayer, Swanshanks and Sean, so we'll keep an eye on that. As Jonesy gets a 3-second penalty there as I moved off him. Shadders and Jake the Slayer there, and Sean and Swanshanks behind. Superb job. 12 laps gone. Ooh, Shadders going right close to the back of the Lynx there. Bide your time there. Hot Stuff now, he's got the DRS, so we'll move up the grid. He's going to the inside. Cars come close again. Back wheel touches the front wheel there. You heard the collision, but Jonesy's just tucking in behind him. There goes the coming up the back straight. Right over to the left. Got the DRS. Look to go on the inside again at Pot Stuff. Yes, he is. Ooh, little deep there. Push Pot Stuff a little wide, and again a little touch of wheels, and Pot Stuff had to back out. And he's picked up a 3-second penalty because of that. A little bit close with these worn tyres now. Quick look at how the racing points are doing. So it's Menace Max, and you just see Scorper. So they've took the lead down to 1.5. The racing points doing a stellar job. Now are these just playing? Letting each other by, looks like it to me. So it's going to be Menace Max's turn. And the next DRS straight, so they just keep giving each other DRS. As you can see, they're down to 1.2. They just give it, that'll be the strategy. You can just give each other DRS till you get close enough to the leader to start putting pressure on and force the error. There you go, down to 1.4 seconds. That's not a bad strategy from them two guys, if that's what they're doing. Yeah. Scorper though, 13 laps. Oh, he's doing a great job. about to start lap 15. Nothing he can do. He's got no one in front of him yet, so he's just got to concentrate, keep his head down. It's a long way to go on this. And after the power of Scorpa's car on the straight line is just too much. So as the start that out of 5 and into 6 as it is now, yeah, they're getting it down a tenth every lap. There you go, 1.2, 1.6. So they keep working away. It's going to take a little while, but there's a job to do. I'm sure they can do it. Potstuff and Jonesy still having that battle going on. 15 laps in, and there's never been a well, I'm not going to say nothing. I know how much for bad for commentators cursing, but them two are having a fine battle, should I say. Don't want to spoil that. Just say Scott, I was going to say something's happened to Scorpa, but he's came into the pits. A couple of comments coming up there. Serious Mushrooms with her. Good evening, mate. How many times will Brad Field's AI come in so you can pee? Well, jump on board with McKenty, who's 11 seconds behind, so can we see from Sam Swift's point of view? No, we can't, because he's jumped onto the cars again. It just shows you there, Scorpa coming out on mediums, so he's looking to do a soft medium strategy, coming out in 14th, so the gaps for the top 14 staying within 20 seconds. Unfortunately, it looks like 4th is the only one. Oh, he's the furthest one back. Unfortunately, not had the greatest race, I'm afraid. But these racing points will just be giving each other a DRS. Interesting. What? Ooh, I thought one was going to go into the other. There was a little deep. Ooh, a little close there for comfort, in my opinion. So Menace Max has done the overtake before the DRS line. But Dylan's just staying there. Yeah, 57 minutes. And it really, 57 laps. They're going to be putting in minute times, I'd imagine. Let's have a look. I know it's the same. To me, I think it's the same length of time. Maybe it's a bit longer than a normal 50% race. However, it's the number, isn't it? It's 57 laps. I think the only thing worse is Singapore. That's on even 100% Bahrain short. They might say, Bahrain short. It's still endurance. Imagine the likes of Scorpa, who was on his own for a bit there. Even though he was in the lead, he still got to concentrate. These guys have still got to count 57 laps. So that corner comes up back on you so quick. Yeah, again, this time I've got to make sure I don't mess up, Soul draining, it drives you mad, it does. That's for me, you've got to have the will to do it. Absolutely, but they're getting on with it. Dylan in behind, so quickly jump back down as Jonesy's entered the pits. But I think he was just starting to lose time on pot stuff. I think the gap had moved down to the second, so Jonesy's looked to get some fresh boots on. Who's that other one? Is that Lynx? 18 laps on the softs. He's time his to put on hards. Yep, they're both putting on hards. You see Sloth and Scorpa now and Cryptic are in a nice little battle. But for me, Scorpio, that's it, Scorpio. You need to get the move done and get on. You don't want to be fighting too hard and killing the tyres. You are going to have to jump with a 2-stop. And that, my friend, could hamper years. We see that Sloth's just going to tuck in, but again, 10th place in the Haas. His teammate Sam 13th, doing fantastic jobs. So Cryptic's got DRS. No. He's getting out of the way, so I'm assuming he's coming into the pits. Certainly he is. But Sean's into the pits as well. In 9th. So they're going to come out towards the back end. It looks like 4th. Yeah, just about to get overtaken. By the 2 racing points, but on being on the hards, he's for 15 laps. If that was his only pit stop, again, his endurance, he's maybe getting lapped now, but we're at the end. Be interesting to see. Okay. So there you go, Dylan. Is he going to dive in? No. And 20 laps now on these tyres. You cannot, in my opinion, you cannot be making silly dive bombs. You've got to wait for the right time. There you go. You see, I think his car just got away from him there. Gaps. Now 6/10, 7/10. I think. Looks like Pot Stuff's getting close on. Keep chucking us on different drivers. So it looks like there's a bit more action going on further down the field. Siege on getting DRS off Stardust. As you can see, after the first round of pit stops, the gaps are starting to form a little. Although it looks like Jonesy's the head of a nice conga line here. You see Shadas, Sam Swift. He's just keeping it another second, is Sam. Links is less than a second. Jay Bradfield. 20 laps on the hards. Got to see a fair play to the guys for doing this. Like when Jake said, "Do you want to commentate?" Yeah, I'll commentate. No bother. I don't know how. If I'd have the stamina, that corner gets us every time. Scorpio making his way back through the pack. Back up to 7th place now. I'm a provisional leader. 5 laps. Closing the gap. He's closing it a couple of tenths every time. You can see Jake Wilson 21 laps on them hards. Up into 6th place. Keeping it clean. Hot Stuff's in the pits now as the pit window opens for Scorpio. He's just moved on to the medium, so I'm assuming that's the pit stop for the soft runners. This is the pit window for the soft runners, so we should see Dylan come in this lap because his teammates just come in. Oh, Menace is in and out. Straight into the DRS of Sloth, so he couldn't be. He's going to be over the moon with that because Sloth shouldn't be putting up much of a battle on these 22 lap old tyres. He's not going to make it easy. There we go. For the switch back, but I think Sloth making the DRS, he certainly is. it's going to be here. Ooh, nice. I thought Max had turned in too early there. Looks like he's done a nice undercut on his teammate. Dylan's now 1.5, 1.6 seconds behind. He's had a good couple of laps, has Max. He's taking the left. So now we've got Jake Wilson, who's been overtaken by Scorper. Quite imagine he's just going to have waved him by. As you can see, all the drivers now are either on mediums or hards. And now your pit window is open for your medium runners. Either the end of this lap or the next lap. You're going to see who's doing a medium. You should see all the medium runners come in and do softs till the end, halfway race. We'll see. What we are seeing is plenty of guys now picking up penalties. Looks about half the grid, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. 9 drivers picking up penalties. Still doing a great job. Jake keeping a very, it's only 600ths down, so he's getting consistent times out of these Reynolds. Keeping it under a second, a Scorper. Going to be happy with that. Oh, he's a little wide there though. Just as well them cones don't damage your own. Simulation damage next time. That's just let Scorper though pull away. He's closing in now on Jake Slayer, who's coming up on 4th. Unfortunately. Is Jake going to pit this lap? No, he's not, he's staying out. He only lost a 10th off his previous best, so he must be happy with his tyre wear. Keep it out for a bit longer. Scorper is going to, yeah, he's just going to be, is he going to be in DRS this time? Don't know, you know. He's less than it now, is that your timing line? No, he was off. He was over a second, but he's going to get DRS the next time. But Jake's going to get it off 4th. I'd assume, because he hasn't made the pass yet. It's going to get a little frustrating for Jake. Scorper going to have the better straight line speed. He's going to get the DRS. Jake's staying out. Oh, he's not. Jake is pulling away a touch. Jake's pulling away, so it looks like he's pulling away a spot. But there, Scorper's closed it back in. He's going to get the DRS the next time. Sitting duck. Does he take? No, he's going to back out. Going to wait for the start. Finish line, straight. Again, coming in to the last corner. score. I'm going to get the RS. But there we go. I was going to say, is Jake going to pit? It looks like it, but he's not. He's still staying out. Fourth gets DRS, so he's going to feel like he's on good tyres, and they both overtake Jake. But Jake's back in the lead. So won't be going into the back of him now. Jake got the better exit by the looks of it, but both got DRS. But backwards and forth to go. Now it's scored, and now it's going to back it up. It is fighting, but then it looks like them tyres are. Yeah, he's 8 tenths down now, so it looks like he's losing a tenth every lap. Going to be coming in for a pit soon. As we've got the first yellow flag by the looks of it, and that is for Shadders. Looks like he's had a spin, but he's back on. Not a bad one by the looks of it. It's Pot Stuff and Siege are now having a little bit of, well, they're not, because Siege has come into the pits. 29 laps on the hards, and still pitting before a lot of the medium runners. So he's scored by now. So we'll have a look at the gap to the leader. So in theory he is now 4.4 ahead from Menace Max, so he's just got to keep his head down. Keep it going. Pit stops then very quickly. Not wrong one. No, we'll have a quick look at penalties then. Just 3s and 6s, so they're all corner cutting. Stops. Jake the Slayer, Jake Wilson, Sloth, Starburst, Sam Swift and Bradfield, all still to make the pit stops, so they're going to be going in for them softs in a bit. Position changes. At the moment you're looking at Sloth making up 12 positions. So let's have a look. If you take them pit stops out, potentially for Sloth to still make a couple of positions, so if he can get up to 4th or 5th, he's going to be the standout driver making that Haas. They're doing a great job so far. His teammate, fortunately Sam's just performance of the car's really letting them down today. For you, there we go. Got Marvsky in the pits now. He's gonna put on hard tyres. So he's gonna go at the end on hard tyres. 32 laps we've done now. Oh, these guys are fair play to you. Going to say something's happening. It's Jake diving into the pits. 32 laps on the mediums. I was going to say, I thought he was going to. Oh, his teammates just pitted. Marvsky's just pitted, so they're not ready for him. Oh, he's going to be killing himself with that. His mechanics weren't ready. Unfortunately, teammate just pitted because he saw his white wall tyre. Yeah. Well, it showed white wall tyres on the ground. That's a great shame. Looks like Sloth's pitted. Yes, he has there. So he's going to come out on fresh softs also. Anyone else at the top in the pits? That was Jay Bradfield. He's made his pit stop, so he's doing a hard medium. So that's him definitely going to the end on them as well. Maybe he didn't. I was going to say maybe he doesn't feel. Maybe he doesn't feel good on them softs because he's in that Alfa Romeo as he comes out just in front of Marvsky. Quick look at the grid. Jake Wilson now is the sandwich inside of a Racing Point sandwich. Quickly. Jake hasn't pitted yet and Sam hasn't pitted yet. Fourth had to pit in the first couple of laps, after the first 5 laps, so he was the first because of wing damage. Really, I think he's the only guy who's unfortunately had to have a wing change. Although, no, I tell a lie, McKenty. Did he change his wing? Yes, he did. That's fine, so yeah. But McKenty, I believe, made it all the way to his pit stop. As we're seeing changes, there's Jake's now been overtaken by the other Racing Point. And he's going to come into the pits. Nice and slow. Don't want to pick up that penalty. That's going to push pit stop into 5th. If Jonesy can get past him, yes he is. Links. There we go. It's closing right into on the back of Jonesy. Back up to 6th place. Great start, but he's obviously after his pit stop earlier on, he's just got on with the job, and now he's right back on the tail of Jonesy. With about 22 laps to go now. Wow, lap 35, 22 left. He's doing an absolute back to noticing again. Still our job. Brings us home in 6th. Definitely a driver of the day. Contender without a shadow of a doubt. McKenty though, you've got to tip your hat at him. 22 laps on them mediums. Will he have? He's going to have to pit again, I'm afraid. But he had an early spin, so he should be a bit more content sitting in 7th. Must have had an earlier spin. He's just been overtaken. Well, he was going to be, but he keeps it wide because 4th coming out the pits on softs. Maybe he's just hampered him. Shadows was looking for the move on the inside, but he's going to keep it till his next DRS line. So the gap's now back. The driver's now back in within seconds of each other, getting these DRS trains going again. Oh, Shadows just maybe he's felt that go there and quickly slammed on the brakes. I was ready to see something like that, but in the process his teammate just overtakes him, so he's going to be on the back there. Swanshanks now. Over the great qualifying session, but something's happened at the start and he lost a lot of positions. Just hasn't managed to make his way back through them like Scorpio has. Although he's right at the back of Sean, he's going to get DRS, yeah, so he is closing in on Sean. As you see, Jake Wilson, he's just had DRS and he's gone at the back of him. Oh, dearie me. That is an absolute nightmare. I've seen Jake. Oh, now did he close him too much into the braking zone? That might be the first incident. So Swanshanks go right into the back of Jake Wilson's back wheel there. He's lost his front end, so he's going to have to come into the pits and change his wing. put on some fresh softs till the end. Quick look. Jake Wilson's overtaking Sean to get it into 8th. That's it. So them, he's feeling really good on them new mediums. Quickly check the comments how many times I've done that one. Wilson's in a good place. Definitely top 3. 40 back in it. Like I said. Who's being lapped? What the? Formula moments. I think Swanshanks might have getting brake tested. Oh, I don't know what I want to say. It's not me, but we saw Swanshanks go right into the back of Jake Wilson. That's going to bring him out in the penultimate spot. So you see the leaders now are getting that 2-second gap, 2-second gap. It's a 12-second gap pot stuff. But he's well ahead of Jonesy. He's having to battle with Lynx, so we'll jump back on board with him. This is the highest battle so far. Again, you might think Premier League driver, League One driver. Don't let that fool you. The 1 lap pace is there to see, but racecraft, I say that's been fabulous, clean race to watch. Fair, clean for 95% if that's the case. It did the work. We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, Lynx half a second behind Jones. He must have had a little slip. Took my eye off the screen there, but he's got the DRS open. As we see, Jake Wilson's overtaking McKenty because McKenty's made his way into the pits. He's going to put on a fresh set of softs and go to the end. As we're on to lap 40 now. Wow. 17 to go. 40 laps has been nice, clean, fair, great race to watch, to be fair. Where am I going? Getting a bit lost. So yeah, Lynx. We'll see 8, 9 and 10. Jump on board with Cryptic, there we go. He's at the back of this train, as we see both Sean and Shadows take a bit of the slide there. I like it, guys, I like it. Sliding all the way over as we saw Shadows make the move on Sean. Now Shadows is going to head up the DRS train here. There's Sean's open, Cryptic's open. Cryptic get better performance out of his McLaren and overtake Sean on them after this. Shadows took a bad mid-quarter there, had to be a warning. Cryptic on the harder compound as well. Going right in, he's keeping right up with the guys. And the harder they push, the quicker their tyres are going to go off. That was a nice goal coming around turn 1. I just had to watch what happened, but I've noticed though, Lynx is getting past Jonesy and he's a second ahead. Wow. To be a second ahead already, I can only assume Jonesy's had a bad corner, which has allowed Lynx to take the position. However, Jake He's now Jonesy's next challenger. Look how close he gets into the braking zone. That's a difference you can see in a lot of the drivers. The confidence these guys have on the brakes as Jonesy makes his way to the middle of the track. So Jake's got to tuck him right in. Jake's got to slow it right down. Is he going to make the move stick? As Jonesy gets the switch back, he's not going to let it out. Oh, great stuff coming through there, Hughes too. But now Jonesy's got the DRS coming up. Look at Jake, he's away. As you can see, Jonesy's obviously on the 23 lap old hards, and Jake is absolutely flying on them mediums. He's going to want to get it done, but this is going to be a hard overtake for him, I think. Respect that Lynx has put in such a fantastic effort, but there you go. I mean, DRS is open and it's just so unfortunate. Lynx again, he's on the 24 lap old tyres. Jake's only not long put his tyres on, so the performance difference in the cars, it's quite clear if you get your strategy correct. But again, taking nothing away from Lynx, he's doing a fantastic job as someone's dropping down the order. But seeing that, oh, it's because of Jonesy's in the pits. There we go. So Jonesy's pitted for some new tyres. The Scope has pitted for some new tyres again as well. So there you go. It was a soft, medium, soft for Scopa. He's now got 13 seconds to make up the pot stuff. With 13 laps left, 13 laps left. That's just to get to the third podium, so Scope has really got to knuckle down in my opinion. If these top three guys are going to the end on softs, I don't know. That is going to make the end of the race very interesting, because these tyres are going to have no life on them. As we see Jay Bradfield heading into the pits again. Oh, his false out of bad. Fourth isn't even in the session, I don't believe. That's a shame. With Bradfield, soft tyres now, so Bradfield's gone a hard, a medium, and now a soft, and he's coming out dead last. Yeah, oh, Sam's lagged out as well by the looks of it. So the gaps are now forming. Sean no. I don't think he's got the better tyres. Kripnik now after 25 laps. I think Kripnik is on the better tyre at this point of the race, but fair play to him. Jump on board the Lynx now. So yeah, Jake has really took off 2.5 seconds nearly now from Lynx. Really looking to get in on Scopa now, but I don't think he will, even though he's picking up DRS from 4th. Oh, seeing that though, Scopa seemed to be very slow there as we came up onto them. I wonder if he had a bad turn 1, but Jake's keep going to pick DRS up off 4th and 4th ghost until he gets that position. As we're seeing a yellow flag, that's for Mercedes. Is that for Swan Shanks? It is Swan Shanks, who's took another spin, but has kept it together, wheels on, but he's not had the greatest day. So we'll see now. Menace Max, he's coming up with that Marvski. As I'm seeing a wide vehicle fly down the back straight, so that'll be Siege. Be a Haas. Sorry, it was Lynx. There you go. Yeah, it was Lynx with the Ghost of Bradfield. I'm saying the Ghost, sorry, the lap car of Bradfield. So again, that just really puts on how much of a performance Lynx is putting on as Jonesy gets the fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute 5:15. That's a great lap from him. Scorpa. Oh, I've made silly me, I've got the timings on, so also Scorpa hasn't got DRS this time, but he's going to get it off a good corner off that stuff. There he's got 13 seconds to make up to Dylan. So it looks like the best scope I can do is third. Easily can get past. Hot Stuff didn't let him. He's not going to let him pass, but he couldn't get past Hot Stuff that time. Can it make the move here? Is he going to try here? No, he's good man, he shouldn't be. Does he have the power to get past him on this straight? Just going to pick up DRS and wait for that. There you go, he's past the DRS timing line. Shorter corner on the power. DRS is open. Gets past Hot Stuff. Doesn't try to battle it. Different strategy. Slayer picks up 3-second time penalty. There you go, Sean into the pits now for a set of softs with 7 laps to go. He's using a lot of grip on them tyres. See Scorpa just heading off down the road now. Quickly jump back down to the battle for 10th. So we've got McKenty looking to overtake Siege. Looks like it could be, yep. Makes the move on Siege. Sloth go really wide there in the Haas. Just unfortunate. You'd see the performance of the McLaren there, just closing in on the Haas car. Before the even break. Again, you kind of take nothing away from Sloth, Siege, and especially Lynx, the 3 drivers that have really outperformed the car, haven't they? Even McKenty and Cryptic back up now after both of them were dead last, well, 19th and 20th after early incidences. They've made their way back up to 7th and 9th, as you can see. But wherever penalties will come into play at the end, we'll find out. Again, there we go, Lynx just on his own now, sitting in 6th. What a performance. We've got 32 laps on these tyres. It'd be good to see if we could see the percentages. We'll get a better understanding of how they went. Only battles at the minute are in the midfield. Starburst looking to go around the outside of Cryptic. How bad is Cryptic going to battle? 2 compounds difference in the tyres. Really got to get your driving skill. I'm sure, because look at that Cryptic. I know 100% race, so effectively is that game giving you a double tyre life? I don't know. But the seed tyres will be 33, 32 laps on 29, 28 as pot stuff. Looks go around Starburst looks go around the outside. It gets nice and tight, tucked in. Has to have the position. Has to yield the position, sorry, but ooh, little wobble from both of them. It's gonna get DRS again. So we're on to lap 54 now. On the outside, yeah, his pot stuff. Starburst just backs out. Can it be fighting through there? Starburst is going to look to get DRS next. After the next corner, but McKenty is flying up the back straight to join this little party. And I like that. This is honestly the first time I've seen people do this. Took right over to the right. It's really good, as you see in there. They're still battling. Starburst. Got 3.5 laps to go. This is the battle. There it goes. Oh! Kenty's closed, there we go, he's closed right up onto the Red Bulls. Oh. Very good on the brakes there from Starburst. See. McLaren 7th and 8th. That's it. Both guys have done a fantastic job. They were both 19th and 20th at the early goings. So we're on to lap 55 now as McKenty's overtaking Cryptic. Starburst is looking to make a double move. And he's done it. He's just made a double overtake in the turn 1, but can he keep the position? Ooh, looked like a little wobble from McKenty. I don't know if they touched, I didn't hear anything, but that was a fantastic move there from Starburst. Go on to your theatre mode after this race and crop that and get it put on the highlights. That was a fantastic double overtake. But McKenty going up the hill now. Is there a touch? Ooh, I don't know if it was just a wobble, but looks like a little bit of lag off Starburst. The inside of McKenty as they're going into this last corner. So who's gonna have DRS coming out of here? Who's gonna have DRS as they McKenty got a great exit, and McKenty got DRS. What an exit by both drivers. Oh, it was just a bad exit by Starburst. But the two McLarens came flying past there. Cryptic's on the hard tyres, so that makes him double special now as we're on to the penultimate lap. This is a great way to finish, guys. You see Siege very quickly, he's battling slot for that last point. Although for penalties I could see them higher up. We're on to the last lap now is Menace Max, who's got a 3.5 second lead over Dylan, who Dylan's got a penalty, he's just going to stay behind Marsky and pick up DRS off him. As he brings this race to an end, he's got this turn 7 to avoid one more time. does very nicely. A little bit left, a little bit of curb, and a little bit of curb again. No fuel light flashing. Brings to the end what has been an absolute brilliant little Grand Prix. There's the fireworks. Menace Max wins the Grand Prix. Dylan is going to come home in second, but he's going to get overtaken because of penalties. Pot Stuff, he's going to be fourth. Now, will Jake Wilson take it off him? Yes, he does. Jake Wilson's up to fourth. Lynx is going to be in sixth. Lynx is going to finish the Grand Prix in sixth. In the Williams. Premier League driver. He's only been in the server a couple of weeks. Stellar job. But Starburst has took 7th because of penalties. Siege is up to 8th because of penalties. Sloth is up to 9th because of penalties. And both the McLarens have dropped 3 places. And McKenty's just picked up 10th, but Cryptic in 11th. Shadows has finished in 12th. Jonesy in 13th. Wow, there we go. 57 laps, and there you go. Your driver of the day is the server owner, the boss. There we go. Racing point 1-3. With Mercedes in second. Very well done to all 3 of you guys. There we go. We'll have a look at the comments. Formula Moments could have got top 5, but faster laps after the Codemasters. Cryptic got 5 warnings from other drivers. Jake Wilson's very happy with that. Yes, mate, I would be as well. That was a solid performance. As Mushroom says, 2 far on the hards, Jake. Maybe he meant Jake the Slayer. Because Jake Wilson might have went too far on his hards, but he'll definitely take a P4. There you go, Menace Max is first, Scorp as second, Dylan third. There's your podium. As Jay Bradfield leaves the session, and the fireworks end, and the game unloads. There you have it then. That was realistic event number 3. 100% around Bahrain short, 57 laps. Have absolutely flew by. Super clean, super entertaining. DRS trains are plenty of good battling. If you get onto your theatre modes and record your overtakes, especially Starburst, like if you can get that double overtake off your theatre mode, mate, and get that posted, that looked like an absolute brilliant move. But yeah, there we go, another event in the books, and that just leaves me to say good night to everybody, and I hope you have a fantastic Easter, and we'll see you next weekend for round 12 of the league season, but unfortunately I don't know where we are. I believe it's Hungary though. But yeah, anyway, hope everyone has a good weekend and good night.